Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me again on my podcast, The Mind of Reese. Today we'll just kind of get right into it and talk about your dreams. Let's talk about getting clear on your dreams and what your wants, your wishes, your life goals. I think for me, even today I had a bit of a roadblock, a bit of an internal thought-provoking moment where I had to really dig deep and get clear on what it is that I really wanted. So currently right now I am in the process of, first I have a few things going on. Not only do I have a private tattoo studio that I work and I operate out of, I also have two other artists that are underneath me, one being my apprentice who no longer is an apprentice, and also my other, I like to call them kids because they're 10 years younger than me, but I know I look very young. So I call them my kids. I also have a videographer that I have, as well as, other people that I'm already planning on hiring, like VAs, virtual assistants, that kind of thing, to help me delegate out my workload and everything so that I can keep doing what I love doing and not having to do the things that don't make my heart sing. But let's get back to the dreams and the goals. And so right now, I'm trying to open up a shop in a city where they don't allow tattoo shops. And I also am trying to, further my personal development so that I can help others really truly reach their full potential on, their mindset, as far as like reprogramming your mind in order to achieve all the goals and all your wants and your dreams and everything like that, as far as, as you want. And as I'm realizing that for me today, something happened that was really, really thought-provoking for me. It was about my shop, about the shop that I want to open up in Carlsbad. And there was a part of me that kind of hit a brick wall a little bit. There was a part of me that, I was realizing that I wasn't getting super clear on that goal. Like I was like, okay, I just want to open up a shop in a place that nobody wants to shop in, and the soul, what, and then of course I personally like to go through lots of questions with myself, and, the quality of questions you ask are the quality of, the quality of life, basically. And so, as James Woodmore always puts it, I love him so much. He's awesome. So he puts it in a different way, actually. But anyway, tomato. So basically what I'm trying to do is ask myself, coach myself into thinking why I want this so badly. And is it, is it for shallow reasons, which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why you want anything. It's just getting clear on your goals so that you understand that once you get clarity on that goal, you have the motivation behind it to withstand and to persevere. Because the thing is that when something gets hard and we just stop doing it because we don't realize why we're doing it anymore, then that's not something that actually makes our heart sing. We're just doing it for shallow reasons. If it doesn't touch our souls, then we know that we're doing it for a shallow reason. So that's why I've, basically titled this podcast as getting clear on your dreams, getting clear on your goals. Because even for me, I have to always reiterate and go back as to the reasons why I'm doing something, and as far as for me, in this moment, I actually I'm actually going through a bit of a change, and I feel myself changing. And what's so funny about change is that people are so fearful of that. They're like, well, no, I'm just going to stay the course because, and there's two things to look at it this way. It's that there's a part of me, and I will just go through this experience that I'm having actually in this moment, is that there is a big part of me that when I went into opening up a shop here, or, and just being the first one, that was the goal. It was I already knew in my heart that no matter where I opened up a shop, I would be successful. Because of the fact that I've worked so hard at it, and just because of the fact that I just, I believe in my success. I just believe in it innately, no matter what, because I believe that in anything that happens, it's a success. And that's how I know it's going to be a success, because no matter what, my mindset is already at the positive side of it. Now, I will hit roadblocks. I will learn a lot of things. I will stumble and fall on my fucking face. Don't get me wrong. I've done it many fucking times, many times. But those moments, I can look at it in two ways. And this is what we call perspective. I can either look at it as like, well, woe with me, I fell, wah, 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 cry about it, or get real about it, get tough love about it, be like, okay, I take 100% responsibility for that decision. Now what can I learn from that decision and move forward in the right direction? Like maybe I didn't listen to my intuition. Maybe I listened to my ego. Maybe my ego was like, hey, this is a scary thing. You shouldn't do it. You should do it like this so you look prettier and you look better on camera and this, and this, instead of being real and authentic and, being a little bit fake. Oh, is a better way because people will like you more for it. That's an ego. That's an ego trip. That has happened. Don't get me wrong. That happens to me all the time. Our whole society is based off of social media and looking at your face and looking at your photos that, you know what I mean? Like I'm always looking for what's my good side, What is my good side? So at the end of the day, we have to realize like what's our ego and what's our intuition. And so for me in this moment of getting clear and clarity on my dream, for instance, for this shop, I am starting to realize that I have a lot of digging to do, a lot of internal digging to do. And that is okay. I think that once you dig deep and you find what in your heart of hearts it is that sings to you, that is your purpose in life, and you're like, I'm going to go through with this, and you find out why it's your purpose in life, not some, because you can really easily tell what's shallow and what's not. You could do it, and sometimes, like, I don't like to use the word shallow. I don't want it to be a negative connotation because nothing's neither negative nor positive. It's just what motivates you to get you where you want to go or what doesn't. So if, like, fame and fortune motivates you, then fuck yeah, you're going to do it. You know what I mean? Like no holds barred. But if that's your sole reason, and then for some reason when you hit a roadblock and it no longer motivates you, that's when you can start to realize, okay, maybe that was my ego talking and it's not actually what I want or what I'm willing to work hard for or what I'm willing to fucking put the wherewithal for. Because no matter what in life, you have to work your ass off. Like there, a lot of times, it's like there's a lot of people that make these things look so easy, and it's not. They worked very hard to get to where they go. I was reading something earlier today on Picasso, like a story on Picasso. It was like some guy asked him for a drawing, and so Picasso takes his pen out and he draws a little 30-second drawing on a napkin, and the guy goes, awesome, can I have it? And Picasso's like, $100,000. And the guy's like, what the fuck? It only took you 30 seconds. And then Picasso crumples it up, puts it in his pocket. He's like, actually, it took me 40 years. And that's like, whoa, bro. Like, that blows your mind. So it's like, all these times we think that these things look easy and that they're easily can be obtained or whatever. It's usually not. So we got to realize that, like, everything in life that we do have to work hard for, no matter what. You're always going to hit roadblocks. There's always going to be something in the way. But the reason why I say it is also simple, I didn't say it was easy. I said it was simple because it is about your mindset. And so and clarity. Mindset, and once you get clear on your mindset and you're on who you are as a person and start loving that person, and then you get clear on your dreams and your goals, and not giving a fuck about anything else outside of you, only inside of you, then you can really, really reach those fucking crazy heights that we see inspiring people reach every day, And so going back to clarity, and in order to find this clarity, I'm going to help you with this. I'm actually doing this process and exercise for myself. Because not every day is going to be fucking singing and dancing and stuff. Like, I know if you follow me on my Instagram, I am a goofball. Like, I am definitely a goofball. And I think it's just my authentic self. Like, I am a very serious human businesswoman. I am very serious when it comes to business and my finances. Like, I'm serious about growth in my personal development, in my business, and in my life. I'm also very, serious about certain things like cleaning up after yourself and stuff like that. Like I will get mad at the kids for sure when that happens. But but I'm also super goofy. Like I love to laugh at myself mostly because I am self-entertained. And when you live by yourself, honestly, you just you when you only have you and the voices in your head, you really just are like, okay, cool. Like, so instead of being mean to myself or having an awful, friend in my head. I'd like to make myself laugh, and and in turn, if that makes other people laugh, awesome. If not, whatever. It makes me happy. And I'm also very super duper fucking spiritual. So personal development to me is like on another level of like, that is 100% the most important thing to me as of this moment right now. You could not tell, it would not, because the reason why, you could tell me it's my business, you could tell, and they're all close first. They're very close, my relationships, like my business, especially, like I am you definitely self-proclaimed workaholic. I am working on that, but I do work a lot, and I do love to work, and I do believe, like I do have this mindset around productivity, that productivity equals success, but I am working through that as well. I'm always a work in progress, as well as a mentor and a coach and an expert in my field. So it's like, I believe that. I believe that I can also teach and help people through experience, and also be a work in progress to do those things and learn, because I'm not in an I know attitude. I go into everything acting like I don't know, because of the fact that I want to learn more. I don't want to be closed off to something that could be super, super special for me in my mind, into growth and things like that. And so I just want to make, I'm always on top of myself in that regard, where I don't know everything, but I'm always willing to be coachable, and I'm always willing to learn. And I think that's what we all have to be, because if we're in that mindset where we know it all, then cool, you should be able to fly in it by now, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, then why are you having this human experience? Because human experience is just that. It's to get through things, to persevere, and to feel that sense of success and accomplishment in that. If we already had all that stuff and everything was just hunky-dory, then why are we here? That makes no sense. So taking this life and utilizing the things and the transgressions and all the, the outside external experiences that we can't control, and putting that into good use for growth and for learning something and anything else in your life, then that's how you move forward. And that's how you feel that empowerment or that impact with people, is to share your story and to let people know that, like, you're not alone, because everybody goes through this. So, again, this is all kind of ties into, getting clear on anything. But for me personally, it's like getting clear on that dream. So, sorry, I kind of go off on tangents at times because I'm so passionate about it. But getting clear on the dream, again, is just, I'm knocking down walls. I'm asking myself the right questions, I'm hoping anyway. And then I'm talking about it to others that I know that have my back. You know what I mean? Like, I have my apprentice, my biz bestie is what I call her. She's not, she's like essentially a business partner to me. Jackie, if you guys watch my Instagram, you know who she is. I'll call her for clarity, just so I can, I personally am the kind of person that I can't write notes. I love journaling, but I can't write notes. I need to speak it out. And she knows me well enough to just let me verbal vomit all over her in order to get clear on what's ego, what's not, and a lot of times. So with this particular situation, I had a few things come up where my ego was feeling a little jealous. I was a little jealous of what was going on around me, that I was running into tattoo shops that are already doing the things that I've been wanting to do, but I've been so stuck on this idea of opening a shop in a place that nobody wants one. And I'm like, no, they're going to do it because I want to be the first one. And then I'm starting to realize, well, are my reasonings egoic? Am I doing it from my egoic mind? Am I only wanting to open up a shop because of superficial things, like I'm the first one and, I'm changing the law, I'm changing this, I'm changing that? Or am I doing it for the right reasons, because there is a big part of me that feels like I want to change the minds and hearts of the people, the City Council of Carlsbad. I want to be the first one to create this movement into changing their minds. And I understand that, so what am I doing? So at this point right now, I'm wondering what's more important to me. My values here, is my values, notoriety or fame, or is my value time? Because since like I said earlier, in my mind, that shop that I'm opening up, I've already visualized this, people. I'm a huge person on visualization. I meditate. I do meditation at least 10 minutes a day right before a tattoo. I visualize it, whether or not just the day being perfect, but sometimes it's like the tattoo. I'll visualize like my tattoo and visualize it being done and being fucking radical. And then I'll give myself affirmations like, Reese, you're a boss ass bitch. Like, you got this in the bag, like these kinds of things. And this is just for like the tattoo world. So like, or just in my artwork. And so I actually utilize this in every aspect of my life when it comes to my goals and the things that I want. So, you know, with the shop, I already have visualized what it's going to look like, what my receptionist hair color is. Like, I got really, really fucking clear. So that's what I mean. You got to get clear on your dreams and your goals. Like, visualize what it's going to look like, what it's going to smell like, what it feels like underneath your fingertips when you push your hands. Like, for me, it was like I could feel the marble of the receptionist desk, because I was so excited, you know, about that. I could see, you know, I grabbed the receptionist arm. For some reason, she has purple hair. I don't know why she does, but she does. And so, yeah, I met a girl with purple hair, and I was like, that's her. So, and I think if you're listening to this podcast, little lady, I'm hunting for you. But anyway, you know, I've seen the people that work there. I've seen the rooms in there. You know, I see all these things in these visualizations, and then they're, you know, but, you know, and then I realized in all of that visualization, I didn't actually get clear on where it was, you know, and I was like, how interesting, because I remembered that today after I was coming up on a roadblock, after I was feeling myself getting uncomfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, that's a good thing, people. If you're feeling uncomfortable, that means there's growth ahead, and keep fucking persevering. Keep fucking trying to like walk through the muck, because honestly, on the other side of that is magical. And I've experienced it before, and I experience it all the time. And there's a lot of times I don't, because I'm too scared and I'm too afraid, and I've let my ego run my course as opposed to my intuition. So there's this part of me that, like, I realized in my visualization that I didn't even bring up like where it was. And in the space that I really loved in Carlsbad, actually, it didn't fit the space. And now I'm wondering, okay, since I didn't get clear on that, which it's neither here nor there, I had a shop in mind, whatever, I'm realizing, okay, so then why am I doing it? Is it because, you know, and then we go back to the ego and to the intuition. And what's my values? So what are my values here? Like, you know, why do I want it so bad? And it's just to one up the man. If that's the reason, cool. Is that going to motivate me through it all? I don't know. Time. I got to tell you guys, I realized that literally like 40 minutes before I even started this podcast, and felt inspired to do this podcast on this subject, because I realized, like, I am a fast-paced liver. I definitely, everybody's like this, so it's not just me, but everybody wants things done now. And for me, it's not about the patience part of it. I can be patient for this shop. Like, I have been patient for the last year. And I only just put it out there into the world for the world to see, because I felt like that would push me harder to work harder. And recently we hit a roadblock that kind of just had me like, okay, we'll figure it out. And that's not what should be going on. You know, in a person that's super driven, we're automatic. People that are driven are automatic. You know what I mean? If you want something, you're fucking, I'm figuring this out. How do I do this? How do I do this without having to do that? Because it came up to a roadblock where, not that I didn't have, you know, $20,000 to spend on something in order for this survey to go through or whatever. It was mostly that I didn't want to. That I was like, okay, no. And I figured there might be another way, and that could be it. Or is it, you know, and then I have to dig deeper. Is it because I'm not really clear on the dream yet? Because now all of a sudden I kind of like, it's there, but it's not really moving anywhere, and I'm not really worried about it. And then today something happened where I was like, I missed out on an opportunity for a few people to come work with me, but I don't have the room for them. Because I haven't opened up a shop, because all of a sudden I want to be here, when I could have opened up a shop in an adjacent city, literally 2 streets down, because I am on the border of Carlsbad and Leucadia. I could literally just go open up a shop in Leucadia or in Oceanside, and I'm talking about places in San Diego County, and have a shop open and not have missed out on these opportunities of these people and my friends to be able to work somewhere in San Diego. Instead, they're going to another shop. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super happy that they're coming, but at the same time, I was like, I want to host them. So then all of a sudden, my values started changing. My mind started being like, okay, well, fuck. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I waiting? Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I waiting for? Like, is it really imperative for me to do it here? What are the reasonings for doing it here? So that's what I mean about clarity. That's what I mean. So now I'm in the middle of getting clear of my own dreams because I've already gotten so clear, but then I didn't realize that there was a little bit more I had to get clear on in order for me to sustain the fucking like, yeah, we're going for this. We're doing this. I'm going to change the law because there is a part of me, of course, and let me walk you through this, that I'm going to be like, wow, I feel like a fucking failure. Wow, I didn't do it. I told everybody I was going to do it, but I didn't do it. What is everybody going to think of me? You know? And it's like, well, who fucking cares? You know, at the end of the day, who fucking cares? What do I want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, don't go into something thinking that it's just going to make you happier when that's not even true. Happiness comes from here. So that's where I'm at. It's like, I got to get clear on this. And I'm having a hard time with it. Trust me. Cause you know, all those things do bother me. There is a part of me, my ego's like, well, you know, those people are going to judge you for not doing it because you said you would. You gave up pretty fast. I mean, it's only been 6-7 months. You know, you have a studio. You don't have to have those people work here. They'll come later. You know, and I have that part of me. And then there's this other part of me that's like, my time is so valuable. You know, my time is valuable. And if I could already have something open and working and ready to go and be putting already the money that I'm spending so much in just to try and change these minds, instead I could be putting that money into renovations to the shop. Like, there's all these things in my mind. And don't trust me, when I first got into this, those were actually the reasons why people were like, you shouldn't do it, Reese. You should not get into Carlsbad. Leave it alone. Your shop will be successful outside of this. Like, it's crazy. So it's like, what do I need to do here? So I'm in that moment of getting clear. But as far as for you guys, getting clear on your dreams really, 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 really 100% will show you the way. If your dreams are really what you want or really what they're not. Are they just a fantasy dream? Are they just the idea of happiness, or are they real? Is it something that you could feel in your whole being that that's what you want to do and you're willing to go for it and work for it and do whatever you got to do? Trust me, I'm in that moment. I'm in this worrying moment, and I'll figure it out. You know, I always say that no matter what, give yourself some time to think about it. Like, it's not a decision that needs to be made right now. I'm fine. I have a studio. I have my kids working downstairs for me. You know, it's like one of those things where it's rad. You know, we just have a rat. It's like, we're super chill situation. It's not like I have to go anywhere. It's not like I have to grow anywhere. It doesn't matter. You know, my growth means a lot to me, but I need to come to terms on what my dream is with regards to, you know, the situation and any other situation that I come across into. And so this is just teaching me how to get more clear. And I can't stress enough on how clarity brings, you know, clarity brings action. And so, like, when you get clear on what you want, you know how to create that action because your intuition knows you're following your heart. Your body knows when you're doing it right. Like, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. I already know what I'm supposed to do. I just got to get clear on it. I just got to allow it to come out. And that's why I stick with meditation, is because if I allow myself to think too much, talk too much, I'm not allowing my intuition to come out and say, hey, Reese, like, shh, get quiet. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do here. And not allow my ego to get in the way of that. Not allow fear to get in the way of that. You know? And so these are those things where we really, in order to get clear, we got to get quiet. That's where meditation comes in. We got to write it down. Write it down. What do you really want to do? And get super clear. Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to be a tattoo artist? Why do you want to be an artist? Why do you want to own your own business? Why do you want to open a tattoo shop? Why do you want to open a tattoo shop in Carlsbad? You know what I mean? Get clear. Get clear and believe. Believe that you can do it no matter what you choose. Believe it. And who gives a fuck about anybody else? Who gives a fuck? And we will. Trust me, I know. We will. And I could say that all day long. Preach, fucking preach, Reese, but it's easier said than done. I get it. But the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. I am telling you. I'm telling you. You're talking to someone that, oh yeah, I've been on TV. Oh yeah, I model. Oh yeah, this and that. But you don't you'll hear it all day long. We all have insecurities. We all have shit that we go through in our minds because that is just the way the world turns. And it's even worse in our day and age, in our modern technological day and age, because we have such things to our fingertips where people can give you and voice out their opinion about you and what you look like or what you're wearing or who you are or why you shouldn't have a shaved head or why you shouldn't have tattoos or why you should. Or you know what I mean? Those things they can get to you. Trust me. Sometimes it gets to me. And so don't get it twisted. Get clear. Get quiet, write it down and then don't give a fuck about anybody else. And if there are people in your life, telling you that you need to, people are afraid of growth. I'll tell you something, okay? People don't want you to grow because it makes them feel uncomfortable that you're moving past them, that you're moving away from them. They want you to stay in this little area. They want you to stay here. And it's okay. Those are the people we love. We don't have to blame them. We don't have to be mad at them. But we do have to realize that, one sec. Okay. We do have to realize that it's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to still love them, but it's okay to cut them off too. So remove the negative people from your life. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Remove negative people that aren't going to tell you that you're fucking rocking it no matter what you're doing. I am so fucking fortunate to have found, a few people. I'm talking about 2 people that understand my spiritual side that I mix with my business side, because I truly believe that in order to get there, in order for me to achieve my goals that are fucking way over there, I need to be that person that's over there. The person that is now, I can't get to that point being the person I am now. I need to act like the person that's over there. So how would that person act? And that's what I ask myself every day. It's how do I act like that girl to get over there? Because whatever I've got going on now is not going to get me there. So how do I change? How do I grow? And growing is uncomfortable. It sucks. But being uncomfortable also just means that you're having a breakthrough. You're going somewhere. And when people are noticing that you're breaking through and they don't understand that because they want to stay in their comfort zone, which is okay, but at the same time, that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with their story. You have your own story. I have my own story. She has her own story. I am the leading character. I'm the leading leading woman in my own story, and everybody else around me is my secondary character. So on my perspective projects onto you, him, her, whatever, and that, you know what I mean? So it's all that. So when someone else is coming over at me with their limiting beliefs saying, well, I can't do that, so she could never, and then let me voice out my opinion on that. Well, do you think you really should? Or do you think you can? Or do you really want to? These kinds of things, you got to realize that okay, you've outgrown that person. It's okay to say sayonara. You just need to just let it go and let it be. And find people that are like-minded that will be around you for the right reasons and want to be around you, want to uplift you, want to see you grow. Those are the people you need to surround yourself with. So it's get clear, get quiet, write it down, remove the people that don't want to watch you grow, and then see where that takes you. Honestly, I think that I felt like I've just got myself into a little tangent there, but I'm really passionate about this. And even in this moment right now where I'm feeling like I need to gain some clarity, I'm hoping that it gives you guys some clarity in the way of directions to go, especially in your hopes and your dreams, and in what you want out of life, and what your purpose is, because we all want that. We all want to find our purpose. We all want to find that perfect person. We want to find that perfect job. We want to own our own business. We want to make more money. We want to fucking travel some more. We want to travel with our job. You can do all of that with this little method. This is like one of the steps to how you can get there. This is not just for artists. I speak to artists because I am one, but I'm talking to anybody that's willing to listen. I want to help everybody. And that's why I decided to do this podcast. I just want to help everybody, because I found this personal development so life-changing for me and so humbling. I can't even, I could get teary-eyed about this shit. Like I can't even tell you like how much more faith I've had in myself because of these moments. So, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it. Get clear first, get quiet, maybe do a little meditation. If that thing's not for you, sometimes it's moving meditation. We got yoga, you got running, you got so many other things. So meditation doesn't have to be just sitting there and fucking trying to get quiet. Like sometimes you can do guided meditation. I do guided meditation a lot. I do intentional meditation, which is like, what am I trying to get clear on? Like, what is my intention for this meditation? Oh, because I want to figure out whether or not I should open up a shop in fucking Carlsbad. Okay, let me get clear on this. Okay, and then, move on to believing in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do whatever you need to do with affirmation, with whatever. Fucking write Post-it notes all over the walls and be like, you're the fucking best. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. That's my favorite one. I make money. I create money making opportunities at every moment. Like I say that one a lot just because it's like everything around me is abundant, It's all about energy, but we'll talk about that on a different podcast session, money and energy. But yeah, so, believe in yourself. That is the most important, because you've all you got, you are all you've got. So you believe in yourself and find your tribe. Your vibe is your tribe, bro. Find your tribe. Find the people that will be in your same wavelength, that vibrate on the same fucking vibration as you. Because those are the people that are going to help you up when you're like, fuck, my ego is telling me that I suck right now and I cannot get out of it I can't get out of it right now. So find that, it could be one person. Find that person, or fucking send me a message, please. Send me a message. I'll be that person for you any day of the fucking week. Any day of the fucking week. You guys have no idea. Like, a lot of times people don't realize that I really do personally try to answer every single one of my DMs, which is crazy. I don't know how some people can do it, but I do. I really do, because if there's one person I can help, I've fucking done it. I've done my job. So you guys, like, find that person and then see where it takes you, Okay, so that's it for today, you guys. I hope you guys are all following your hearts and dreams, your heart towards your dreams, following your guide, following your inner self. Believe in you. You've got this shit, man. Okay, so I will talk to you on the next podcast. Thanks so much for joining me. Please follow me at The Art of Reese on all social media things. It's YouTube at The Art of Reese, Facebook, Instagram. I even have a TikTok at The Art of Reese. Super funny. I'm a kooky kid on that thing. So you guys out there, have some fun. Love you all to death. Until next time.